Hey guys, Henry the Green Engine 3 back here again, or TGE if you follow me on Twitter and stuff. I don't really have any other account aside from Twitter. Yeah, I'm bringing back a series, right? This was a series I really wanted to bring back for a while, especially with, the things I've been doing recently and such, you know what I'm saying? I promise the Edward one will come out soon, but it might come out after this or the one after this one, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, might as well kick it off. This is episode 4, and we're gonna be working with these two. Let's get Spencer some love, alright? I got Henry and Spencer here, right? So I'll just bring Henry back, and I'll show off Spencer first. You can see me in the background, I look fat. Oh well. This is Spencer. The most glaring thing you can see I did with him is the space in between this front part and the cylinders, right? So I did that. I painted that bit of the valve gear. I painted the inside of the dummy wheels, same back here. This should be a crank pin, but it's a dimple in the wheel. I painted that silver. I painted that handrail silver, and I painted this bit of the cab leg. It would be open here, so I just painted that black just to make it look like it's open, right? I did the same on the other side. For Spencer's front, it's not focusing. It's not focusing. There you go. As you can see right here, there's a chip on his nose. I had to repaint that for the simple reason that my brother dropped him. Can't blame him. He's a 3-year-old. It's fine. So it took me a while to do that, and so I did it. It took me a while to get the color right, and eventually it did get close enough. So I decided to just paint that. Front coupling is silver, and I also painted this small bit. It's not focusing. Oh my goodness. Up here, it's I painted this bronze to make it look like a safety valve, even if it doesn't. Trying to get it the same color as that. And at one point it was the same color, but don't know. Didn't do much with the back, mostly because there's nothing to do much with the back. So I'll move Spencer out of the way, the main locomotive. Let's bring on to the tender. The tender up at the front didn't do much. I was thinking of doing something, but I was like, you know what? Nah. Side, not both sides, not that different. But it's mostly the top and the back for the face reveal. Am I right? No, I'm kidding. Up here, it's the water filler cap. I think you'd say it's like the water latch, where you'd like put water in, you'd open up the hatch, and that's what it'd look like, right? That's that. And I also painted his corridor tender to an actual, a corridor tender. So I painted the corridor. Granted, it's honestly way too black. Or not just black, it's like way too large, you know what I'm saying? The camera doesn't want to focus. Why don't you want to focus, camera? There you go. So, I repainted this. It used to be just white. I painted it black to make it look like the corridor, and I drew this. This was a genuine pain. At first, I wanted to have like a silver rim to show it was a window, but I was like, you know what? No, that's too hard. I'm just gonna paint it black. So I did it, and I put this little like silver mark here to make it look like it's reflecting off. This is genuinely a pain to paint on. I don't like painting circles, but I'm glad it turned out the way it did. I think it would have been way too high, but if I placed it here, it would have looked a bit wrong. So you know what, I'm fine with it being there. So yeah, Spencer has a corridor tender, and I genuinely like this look. There are probably people who have done it, but I haven't seen many other people paint their Spencer tenders up to look like corridor tenders, except maybe do this. I'm not saying I'm the first one, I'm just saying I'm the first one to say I've seen myself do it, I haven't seen any other people do it. The coach, pretty simple. I just painted the door handle silver, both sides. Not much. I also, here's what I was talking about. The silver paint splotched here. I don't know why, but like Player will have a I've been losing a bit of quality control recently. There's another thing. Oh wait, I'll try and show close up, right? Oh my god. A couple! There you go. And I move that there. If you look closely, it looks like it's like bubbles in the paint. It looks like he has boils. It looks like he has either bad acne or boils on the bottom of his face. I don't know why. I think it's even on this bit of the wheel. It's either on this side or on this side. I can't tell. It's either on that side or this side. I think it's on this side, but it's not like boily. You know, it's just like not equally applied paint. So I'm just gonna move Spencer to the the very front, and I'm just gonna move him away. And just to showcase the main man of the hour. You know, because here's the thing, if Spencer was the appetizer, Henry's the main entree, right? So this is what I did to Henry. As you can see, obviously, black foot plate, and that's the most glaring thing. I painted the lamps a grayish color. They used to be white when I first painted them on, but I had to make them gray so they'd match the color at the back of the lamps, if you could see that. And then I painted Henry's footplate black. This is all hand painted with like Posca markers and stuff, right? It's like really hard to get this in. What I did was I got this really small tool. It was really thin and really like pointy. It's like really fine tipped. I had to just get some paint from there and like put it in here, like onto the side of the splashers, on the side of the footplate, down here especially. So I had to take off the smoke box and the face, just so I can do the footplate properly. It's not perfect, as there are some spots, especially on this side, where it's unpainted, but that's probably just because it kept like coming off, you know. Acrylic paint likes to come off a lot, so I think I did pretty good. I had to repaint some of this, the lining here on the cab and on the splashers on this side. I painted the inside of the spokes of the wheels. Same thing on the front right here. And I had to redo them in a shinier paint. Technically it's not paint, it's like a marker, but I did that. It's not Sharpie, it's like it's like a smaller Sharpie. If you live in the Philippines, it's like a Pilot CD marker. It's a marker you'd like sign CDs with, like back in the day, when you'd have to actually want to get a signature from an artist, or like at a live show or whatever. And I painted the cylinder stripes red. I had to paint this bit red because it was coming off. I painted number 3 on the front. This one's been wearing off, but this one I applied rather recently. The side rods, as you can see, are the Gordon ones. The main reason I got Gordon was for spares. Spare chassis, spare everything for my other Gordon and this Henry. I did it on both sides to repaint this. It used to be just Posca, now it's like shiny, which I like. I had to paint over the front buffers to be matte-ish, I guess you'd say. A more matte-ish color, or like not as shiny, which is a weird decision since I did this to the tender. I painted them shiny, mostly because like if I painted them in the Posca like matte black after like I rubbed the buffers, it would have just come off. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna make the back buffer shiny and the front buffers not that shiny. It wouldn't really matter. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did for Henry. Like Henry, I'll tell you guys this. 2018 Henry has been given a shorthand in terms of its detail, but the model itself is pretty good. Just like change a few of the details, and I'd say it's probably the best of the 2018 tender engines. Of the main redesigned tender engines, of the main 4, I'd say it would go Henry, then Gordon. I used to think it was James, but now James, like the space between James's firebox and cab, and how fat his boiler is, and how wide he is, it honestly doesn't look right, so no. James in 3rd, then Edward last, because oh my god, Edward is an abomination. The only thing not bad with them is the face and the tender. Speaking of which, I think you could actually make a fairly good James model out of an Edward, you know? It's like the boiler is actually quite nice. It's the front wheel, it's not even like, James doesn't even have the thing. It's just like, he doesn't even have, what's it called? He doesn't even have a pony, like, wheel. I had to put mine on. Like, those were used from, like, brake van wheels, or, like, the really small wheels. Like, you'd use on, like, a flatbed or something. I had to file those down and stuff. That didn't come with the model. Edward, though, it does come with the model. I've been ranting for too long, but I'm gonna keep going. But, like, Edward is the perfect basis for a James. Just make a belt pair firebox or something like this. On the Edward model, cut out the cab. Add the things at the front for James. Add some new splashers, and then, yeah, you got a James. It's perfectly proportioned for James, the new Edward model. I'd probably think you need to get a new face, though, because it won't fit. And, yeah, rant over. Thank you guys for watching. Here's Henry and Spencer, like, right next to each other. Spencer's not, I'm just gonna move him back. There you go. That looks nice. Well, yeah, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for this video. If you want to hear me rant about the new Plariel engines, or what engines should be good, either tell me on Twitter, again, Twitter at HDGE3prod, if you want to check that out, and, or if you want to comment down, yeah, we want to hear you rant. I don't know why you would, but the option's there, guys. So, yeah, enough of me rambling. That's Henry the Green Engine 3, signing out. See ya, guys. Goodbye.